Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. The Demon Deacons will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will have the first possession of the game. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire, and you're right.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So Wake Forest's offense will go to work for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the Demon Deacons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Stanley. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about, like when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Mahan. Pulls it in. It's Soto.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick tempo here for the offense. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Going right to work up top. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Gonna run it. It's James. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one,
turning it on. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Give to the running back. Got room at the 35. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Pressure coming. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Makes the quick grab. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. The Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be dragged down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Under fire. He's going breaks into the open. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking to throw, it's Mahad. He's got it down the middle. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Blue Devils are flying down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Number 18. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Runs for the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Demon Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Back to throw, it's Mahan. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Second down coming up.
Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
At the 37. Brings up second down.
They'll run play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. They'll test the right side. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Fires to the big fella. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Looking for space. It's James. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Stanley. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. 2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
That's caught. It's Moore.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Elliott.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. It's Mahan. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it and stop the clock. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
10, Wake Forest, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got it in the middle. It's Gonzalez. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle, it's Gonzalez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're going to run it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And the Demon Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Stanley. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The RPO, it's complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Gets the back moving. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. The Demon Deacons trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wake.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Pulls and fires complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking for a man. It's Mahan. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes the catch around the 50. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gonzalez. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Demon Deacons looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Under fire. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner. Not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. The give out of the gun. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Got it in the middle. It's DeLuca. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Stanley. Wiggles free. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Gonzalez. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Blue Devils have this offense rolling.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to pass, it's Mahan. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Gonzalez. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Second down.
Second down, he'll throw it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Blue Devils in the hurry-up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Oh, they're after him. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air, it's Stanley. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Gonzalez. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now on the return. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Back to pass. It's Stanley. That's caught. It's Gonzalez. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Dropping back, it's Stanley. Makes the catch. Oh, he's getting it. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deacs. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The give to the back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Mahad. Fires to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. The short hands, it's Soto.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. To the air, it's Stanley. Quickly out to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He wants a big play here late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, The possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.